Welcome back. Today is Tuesday, November 12th. It is Water Hose Drinkers. It is episode 44. Cole, it's been a minute. It's been a crazy last month or so for us in our personal
Yeah,
lives and, in the sports world. But dude, how have you been? How have you been? How things going?
I've been all over and I'm just extremely exhausted. It's been a whirlwind of emotions and it's been a whirlwind of fun. But getting back to reality is always, nice. But yeah, just mainly I'm just tired. I'm just exhausted. It unexpected things in life happen and you kind of just roll with it. But I'm just happy to be here, man, and I'm just happy to put smiles on faces. That's how I feel.
I've got a
Smiles on
question.
faces.
I've got a question for you, but I'll do it after the song of the week
Yeah, of
because
course.
we're gonna forget the song. So, song of the week this week, I've got Two Doors Down by the great Dwight Yoakam.
I've never heard that song.
Look it up, dude. It's
I
it's
will. I will.
it's
After
a
the
good
pod.
country song.
So I will. You send it to me. I'll listen to it. This song's been stuck in my head because I saw a TikTok and I know it's gonna sound so funny. It's Shane Gillis singing a karaoke song and it's Werewolves of London. And I think I'm gonna make
Him and
it
Matt McCusker singing that song is amazing, dude.
I think I'm gonna make it my karaoke song because it's so funny. It's just a funny, like he just is. It's just looking at Shane Gillis and just the build that he is, and he just is like, I saw a werewolf with a Chinese menu in his hand, and I'm just like, dude, he's into it. It's so funny.
Dude,
It's so funny.
McCusker highly underrated.
Oh, dude, yeah, of course, dude. Their tires,
Oh,
tires was
dude,
a
Fire
great.
season 2 is gonna be
It's gonna
amazing.
be so funny. Stavi is
He's
doing a
got a movie
movie.
coming out.
Also,
Yeah.
I cannot wait to see it. I cannot wait. Waterhouse Drinkers viewing party.
Let's do it. We live stream it.
I'm down.
I think it might be a copyright show in the movie, but we could live stream our
We'll stream us watching the movie.
yeah.
We'll be in our Kai Cenat era. How about that?
Yeah. But anyway, my question for you too is because I don't think we've addressed this yet on the podcast. But you were the newest kind of super fan, if you will, at the Florida State games. So, we got Coach Waffle House. Dude,
Yes.
how has it been? Give a little for the people who don't know, give a little, I know it's a long story, but give a
Yeah.
little brief, little summary of kind of like how it became about and like kind of like I guess how you've been enjoying it and like what's your kind of like I guess role on game days is now.
Yeah. So backtrack to a couple weeks ago. I think we recorded a
Duke
pod.
game, right?
It was the Duke game. It was in North Carolina. It was that episode where I had no internet and we were powering through. It was that Friday night game. It was about 50 something degrees. And yeah, I've had this idea in the back of my head of how funny would it be to have a Waffle House menu in my Xbox headset at a game. And I chose the Duke game because we have been so bad. I was like, I've got to switch up the mojo, got to dress like, something different. So I dressed like what I thought Bobby Bowden would look like with the khakis and the polo, but it was cold. So I had like a nice pullover, like 90s pullover. So I was trying to channel my inner Bobby. But yeah, man. So the game
How
was
did
just
the shirt pop off?
so this is the other thing. Every single fourth, and I think I told you this at Georgia Southern.
Yeah.
Every fourth quarter of every Florida State game, I'm shirtless. It's the vibes.
I feel
It's
like
a.
now with the shirtless look to it, you almost gotta be shirtless the entire game now.
I have found out that that is the case. I have to be shirtless the entire game now. But where it started with the shirtless was Florida State in the fourth quarters. Um, Plays Eastbound and Down, and in my time up there when I was sitting, with my friends and stuff, and I just was like, I had the idea. I think it was about 2 years ago, and it was like, fourth quarter, and everyone takes their hat off and like twirls it around, and I was like, nah, tarps off in the fourth. We got to change the momentum, and I'm standing up there flinging my shirt around. Like it's sandstorm at South Carolina. So my shirt's gonna be off, and I was with buddy Jack, who's the proud owner of Garnet the Goldfish. So I was also with my bachelor
The straw hat guy's a thing there.
Dylan, yeah, Dylan, man. It's so funny seeing the iterations of Florida State memes. You have
He
my
followed us on
buddy,
Twitter too. Uh,
yes, oh God, dude, yeah. Shout out to Dylan, man. Dylan's one of the long time. His love for FSU and my love for FSU is some of the is like a deeper love than you can never ever find. Like it's crazy. This the things that me and him can talk about when it comes to FSU football is at such a deeper level because not a lot of people really like it's like you with Georgia Southern. Not a lot of people really understand what it means to you when you're watching your team play and like there's some
I
people
have a
that
heart attack literally every single week. Yeah.
yeah. So Dylan's the straw hat guy, and Jack's the goldfish guy, and I'm now Coach Waffle House. So it's just iterations of memes, and with having a fan base like FSU, it when something catches fire, it just goes. But yeah, at the game, fourth quarter, and it was a close game, and I had my shirt off because it was the fourth quarter, and the the proximity to where the defense was sitting and to me, I knew that they could hear me, and I just wanted to encourage them. So I was yelling at them to get, let's do this. I thought it'd be funny. It was the month of October as well, kind of a early Halloween costume. But yeah, so that's where it really
Speaking of
all started.
Halloween costume, dude, CJ 2K dressing up as you for Halloween, dude.
I know it's
How many people
gotten
can say that like an NFL future Hall of Famer, one of the few guys that's ran for 2,000 yards in the NFL season, dressed up as you for Halloween, dude.
was not on my 2024 bingo card. Was not on my 2024 bingo card.
But
I mean,
you know what I love just about like football, and you don't really see this much in college football, more so in the NFL, because like the Jets got fireman Ed or whatever the hell his name is. NFL teams like the Chargers got that guy that gets in full like uniform and shit. Like college football, you don't really have that, but FSU, you got the goldfish, you got the straw hat, you now. So it's like, dude, that's what I love
I
about football is like embracing like the character and like the fandom of it is like you don't get that anywhere else in any sport. The European mind cannot
cannot comprehend.
comprehend that at all.
No, I mean the engagements were cool. I think in the moment, I knew I had gotten on TV, but I didn't know to the extent of how big it had gotten.
How,
And
how
now it
many
was
views did that TikTok on ESPN get? Wasn't it like
I
30 million or something like that?
it was I still I have it bookmarked because it honestly is a crazy it's all a crazy experience. I'll tell you. And being one in nine now at the time, one in
You got to
six.
embrace the suck.
Yes, and it's not where we want to be, but hey, it's at 11.2 million follow or
That's
million
crazy.
views, and then also just on Twitter alone, like Big Cat tweeted me
That's
twice.
that's
So
11 point whatever million just on TikTok. You got to think
that's
Instagram,
from one
Twitter.
TikTok. That's from
That's
one
one
TikTok.
TikTok. You got to think about Instagram, Twitter, probably Facebook too.
Oh,
Like
yeah, it's been fun, and again, this isn't the season that we wanted to have, so
and no context college football too. Blutman putting you on there.
yeah, unnecessary roughness. They actually tweeted out the video again when we'll talk about it later in the episode where Florida State let some of their coaches go. They said this fan's gonna be on the sideline next week.
I saw
So
them. Yep.
I what's come of it has
Hope
been
so.
and it's been fun. It's been fun. I didn't think it would be as big as it was, but after the Duke game, I'm getting my phone's blowing up, and then you know, it's just kind of just building off of the character,
Yeah.
and it was bigger than I thought, and it got real big on social media. And then I had a chance, I had a chance to go to the Miami game. So I drove down Saturday, went to the Miami game, and shockingly enough, Miami fans were recognizing me and taking pictures with me.
Yeah.
And and then I had another opportunity to go to the North Carolina game at Florida State, and that's really where it took a mind of its own. And the best part about this all is just people that are coming up to me going, man, you're making us laugh. This isn't the season that we wanted, and we're we're not good, but it's fun to smile about something this season, and that's all I really want from this is just for people to be able to laugh and smile because it kills me inside to see this team be where it's at right now. But if I can just kind of give fans just an outlet of happiness to just kind of get their minds off of how bad we are, I that's a win for me, you know. And I haven't Waffle House hasn't reached out, you know. It's not like
Yeah, where's
I'm
your
not making
NIL deal?
I'm
You're still in college, dude. Where's the
I,
NIL deal?
I'm not making any money off of this. I'm just having fun and I'm just enjoying the you know the interactions I get with people. It's meeting all of these people. Take like you know I've took so many photos and I'm just enjoying meeting a bunch of FSU fans and just interacting with FSU fans because it's not been a fun season, but we can have fun with this character. And I
Uh,
just all star specials for everybody, man. That's just how I see it, dude. Like
Dude, I was at a wedding this past weekend and I was talking to like my wife was in the wedding and I wasn't. But anyway, so there was five of us guys that like all of our either wives, one guy had a fiance, the other one was girlfriend. So anyway, all of our significant others, they were in the wedding, so we're like, what are we gonna do? So we just hung out or whatever, went to the bar. We're sitting at the bar eating some wings, and one of the guys looks over, he goes, dude, have y'all seen like this Coach Waffle House guy that dresses up at FSU? And I was like, dude, I was like, I know that guy. I was like, that is like one of my best friends, Cole. And he was like, dude, he thought it was the coolest thing that like I knew you. And I was like, so then like I get later, I see Chicken Coop at the wedding, and like we were talking about you, like and they were like, dude, like this guy like must love FSU that he's still going to games when they're that bad. And I was like, dude, I was like, I don't know very many FSU fans here in Middle Georgia, but this is the biggest FSU fan there is right now. Like nobody's going to go there shirtless and watch a team just get dick slapped every week. Sorry, but I mean that's just
it's
it's the way it is right now.
it's been a challenge. The UNC game was a hard watch, but you know, I I I do believe that Florida State can climb back to where we were once before. It's
Yeah. Look, it's a
crazy to say.
down here, man. I mean, I've seen Southern win 3 games in a season. I've seen us win 2 games, all within the last 6 or 7 years. Like my senior year of high school, we won 2 games. The next year we went 10-2. 2 years later, we won 3 games. So like,
It's
you know,
ebbs and flows. Things have to change. And listen, I will not confirm nor deny any reports of me potentially accepting a position on the staff. I'm not going to confirm nor deny that. I'm just going to let the I'm gonna let my people talk to
well,
Norvell's people. You know what I mean?
it seems like Norvell has already found his replacement for Alex Atkins. So we'll gladly take Atkins back in Statesboro.
Listen, I
And I
I'm
don't know about y'all special team staff, but special teams has been good this year. But
yes.
we'll gladly take Barfield back in Statesboro as well.
Listen, man, I'm uh like I said, I'm not
Speaking
gonna
of
confirm or
special
deny.
teams, speaking of special teams, dude, our boy
Oh
Ryan
yeah,
having a great year,
dude,
dude. Having a
great year, dude. Yeah,
great
another
year.
field goal. Hey, only points scored on this past Saturday. I
Dude,
missed
you
the
just gotta
flight.
get him within 60, bro, and he's
Yeah, yeah.
gonna make it.
I missed the flight to South Bend. That is why. But I was out recruiting. I was doing a little recruiting myself Friday night, so I was busy. You know, we're gonna have a
Somebody's gotta
bye
get
week
their
this.
NIL deals, man. Somebody's gotta
We're
do it.
gonna we got a bye week this week for FSU, and then Charleston Southern, and then the big one. You know, I the big
Well,
one.
you
I
know what? The
just
question is if y'all are gonna get through Charleston Southern right now. I hate to break it to you, but that's what the whole country's saying. I
1-9
think
versus 1-9.
Yeah, I think so, but that's what the whole country's saying. But it's keep on
I
that
would have yeah.
track before we get to Georgia Southern. Dude, I just don't see how Travis Hunter is still continuously the week in and week out favorite to win the Heisman. I know he's had a good year, man. Probably gonna get over 1,000 receiving yards. He's had a good year at DB, man. He's a great defensive back. But Ashton Genty, I mean,
He's my favorite to
like
win the Heisman.
I
And
saw
I
I saw something. I was talking to Chicken Coop the other day after that Boise State game. It was still going on while we were talking about it because it was a late kick. Oh no, they played Friday, right? They played okay.
the
Either way, we're
either
like
way,
we saw. I was on Twitter and I was like, Coop, look at this. Some guy said, "Oh, Ashton Genty, like he's had a down last couple three games." This guy's had over like 500 yards and like five or six touchdowns in the last three games.
it's they expect him to have because of they expect him to have mm, unreal performances because of the teams the stigma of, oh well, look at his competition. Like Ashton Genty, I think you plug him on Bama. I think you plug him on any of those big schools that you're talking about, and I mean, look what he did against Oregon. He put
Yeah.
up numbers against Oregon, and they
Number
almost
one,
beat
number one
Oregon.
team in the country. They lost by a game-winning field goal against Oregon.
And I'll tell you this: the odds from just from real quick what I looked up, Travis Hunter is plus 110. Dylan Gabriel and Ashton Genty are tied for second.
Are you
And
kidding
then
me?
you have Cameron Ward. Don't even know why he's still getting votes. I
Yeah.
was right about that. Thank you. Buzz, buzz, buzz. Thank you, Georgia Tech. Congrats on being undefeated against the state of Florida. Entire state of Georgia. You guys own the state of Florida in football this year.
That's true. That is true.
So I got to get my lick back
Southern
next year.
Southern hadn't played a team from Florida, but
I'm just talking about the teams that have played, dude.
yeah.
Did you see the stat on football? If we're just talking straight football, I know we're talking Genty, but just real quick, I completely forgot to mention it. Did you see like the state of Florida went like 1-11
Oh, Dolphins last night were the only team to win Monday night.
at like FBS, FCS, NFL level, all of those levels?
Oh, bad.
Yeah, it
Really
was
bad.
real bad. But you know who's a bad man? Ashton Genty, and he should win the Heisman. It's a great
100%.
segue. And I can't,
Um,
I will storm the Heisman offices. The Heisman House will be under siege if he does not win it. I will siege the Heisman
look,
House.
January 6th of the Heisman House.
Dude, I will. I mean, I'm not going to confirm or deny that's what would happen, but if you see me in a Jameis Winston jersey at the Nissan Heisman House with an Ashton Genty flag,
You know what I still don't get? We talked about it so many times, like a while ago, is like how do they not put Jameis Winston in the Heisman House commercials? How is the literally America's national treasure? How is he not in the high? Dude, this is Jameis Winston, dude.
I
Like,
think I think
how
that
can you hate the guy?
I don't think I think Winston's kind of like, man, I'm doing good over here. Y'all
Yeah,
want to let those I think next year, I think it'll eventually you'll see him in there just because of his
probably
comedic,
like after
just the
he
comedic gold.
retires or something like that. He might not be wanting to do that just to focus on ball.
I
Like,
mean, look at the guys that are in it. I mean, you barely see Kyler was in it a little bit and Baker was in it a little bit, but the guys you mainly see are just you see like Tim Tebow, you see Charles Woodson, you
yeah,
see Barry Sanders, you see the older guys. So I mean,
Steve
uh,
Spurrier.
I
Yeah,
would love for to see RG3 and Jameis Winston
yeah,
going at, like
maybe,
Johnny. There's those
yeah.
three. Like why is Johnny
Mariota.
Manziel? Oh yeah, for sure. Mariota and and Genty will be in the Nissan Heisman House. I can't
Wow,
wait
that's
because I
so.
am going to manifest that he wins it. There's no reason that he should not be the leader and the favorite to win the Heisman this year. He's put up unreal numbers. He's gonna be. I don't know where he's gonna go in the draft. I hate to say it. I think he goes to the Cowboys.
I
I
think
think
late. I think mid to late first round, and
it's hard to draft a running back.
I feel like the Cowboys are kind of a shoo-in because he's a Frisco kid. That's I believe Frisco's like right outside of Dallas.
What are they missing? What are they missing? A run game? I mean, it would alleviate some.
Run game and stopping the run. Anything on the run and also what they're missing is a quarterback as well. So, of course, Dak has partially torn his hamstring, I believe.
I
So
didn't know that. I haven't really been keeping up with
probably
the
gonna have
NFL.
season heard it against the Falcons. So probably gonna have season-ending surgery. I think he was getting a second opinion.
Mm.
Anyway, kind of keep on track with the NFL before we jump into Southern. Um, I don't really have much. The went to the Falcons Cowboys game um a week and a half ago now. Dude, great game. Got to see Koo. Me and Coop got a picture with Koo, which was great. Shout out Youngway, man. He really, really hooked us up for that game. So Youngway takes care of his people, man. I'm not gonna lie. But
I still regret drinking so much that I was like, my interaction with him is,
I know. No, we don't have
it
to.
was it was all it was all fun, and I told them at
They
the
got a
end of the
sense of
game,
humor. They got a sense of humor.
yeah, I think that they understood, and they got their lick back. They beat us twice. I that's karma, you know. I mean, I got to see it
Told you it was
live.
gonna come bite you in the ass too. I told
You
you that.
did. And listen, I love Q. I love Algier. I love it was Avery. I love those guys. They were super nice to a random Bucks fan who just so happened to be at
Yeah.
Statesboro with his best friend. You all
Unfortunately,
having a great year.
unfortunately, Koo had a bad day 2 days ago. I hate it for him. Um, your Bucks, dude, Baker's rolling. I mean, I don't know if that team's healthy, dude. If that team's
Mm,
healthy, they're the first place in the division right now. They are.
dude,
I mean,
who's
as much as I don't like to say it, but I mean, dude,
who's the wagon in the NFC right now? It's the Lions, right? The Lions are a wagon.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
Who's their one loss? A completely healthy Bucks team.
yeah.
That's the
Because
Bucks,
they
the
ended up
Bucks.
winning. They ended up winning the other day, 2 days ago, right? Golf's five
Yeah,
straight. They won.
yeah. 2 days ago, they won Sunday Night Football, 5 picks, and they still won. The Bucks. The problem with the Bucks is decision making at the coaching. The head coach needs to make decisions. You got to go for two against Kansas City. I don't care. Like I just
Yeah,
don't
you
know.
gotta you can't give KC that.
There was a lot of a lot of missed calls in that game. I'm still on like it's Kansas City. Just
Well, the
when you play
NFL's
Kansas City,
rigged. NFL's rigged in KC's favor.
you have to beat Kansas City and you have to beat the refs. Now, I will give Kansas City their flowers. Blocked field goals, blocked field goal. They did what they had to do to you got it. You can't roll your eyes at it. They did what they had to do. And then the 49ers, man, you just gave them too much time. You gave them way too much
Yeah,
time.
CMC's back for the Niners too. You know, the Jets, man, there's nothing to talk about. I mean, there's no surprise here. They suck.
Yeah,
Had a buddy, you'll like this. Had a buddy from high school, only other Jets fan that I knew, like personally knew. Um, he is no longer a fan of the Jets. He has burned every single one of his Jets jerseys. He owns no Jets gear. He has either unfollowed or blocked every single Jets player or anything related to the New York Jets.
wow. Okay.
He, he's finally given up.
It's a
This
little
guy,
drastic.
no, but he's been a Jets fan a lot longer than I have, and um,
He's
I
reached his
don't know.
breaking point.
He's reached his breaking point, and he has. I want to know how you feel about it. I think you'll like it because of his new team is the Bucks, but he has picked. He picked it. He left the Jets. Of course, you were leaving the Jets, right? So it's not much of an NFL team, right? They call themselves an NFL team and they have NFL players, but you're not much of an NFL team, right? Put your fandom of the Bucks aside. How do you feel about just being able to switch your team? Now, granted, his parents are moving from Warner Robins to Tampa.
I hate it. I can't stand it. I
I
I
don't like the switching the teams thing.
you've made your bed and you lie in it. That's how I feel. If I was not a Bucks fan, like I just can't fathom cheering for another team. Now, will I wear another team's like logo or clothing if it's cool vintage? Of course. I'm not like you could catch me wearing like a Super Bowl t-shirt from like the Pats winning. I don't care. But when it comes to my fandom,
Mhm.
like you're not gonna see me wearing Saints, you're not gonna see me wearing Falcons, or you're not gonna see me wearing Panthers. You're not gonna see me doing any of that.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna do my immediate rivals. If I'm going to my buddy's a big Packers fan. He's a diehard Packers fan, and
My brother-in-law,
talking.
actually my sister-in-law, on Jenna's side, not my brother's wife, but my sister-in-law is a big Packers fan.
See, if you were going to a game at Lamp, like we're trying to work that out where we go to a game in Lambeau because he's got like he lived up there, went to high school up there and stuff like that. If I'm going to that game in Lambeau, I'm wearing Packers stuff unless they're playing the Bucks. Like
Yeah.
I'm not gonna, you know what I mean? So I don't like the switching of the teams. I don't care how bad, how down bad you are. Look at me with FSU. You
Mm,
think I'm gonna abandon ship now of all like I've been doing this my entire life. This is the worst that it's ever been. This is the bottom of the barrel. You think I'm gonna just rip it off and go cheer for South Carolina? You think I'm going to rip it off and go cheer for? Let me give you another one. I'll give you a Big Ten school. You think I'm going to rip it all off and I'm going to go rep Penn State because they're a good playoff team with a piss
yeah.
poor coach? That's the equivalent, I think. The Bucks have a great like. I don't know. That's a good equivalent, I think. You know, I'm not for switching teams, especially you've made your bed, you lie in it. And if you are going to switch teams, you have to give up football for at least 2 to 5 years where you just don't watch any of it. And then you have to come back with like a newborn child.
Yeah.
That's my rule.
But anyway, on to the Eagles. Obviously, Dexter Williams is now in the transfer portal. Um, Now, we talked a good bit of this in length, kind of off air, but I don't agree with it, man. You're quitting on your team. I don't like it, but I will say this: Dexter is a hell of a player and a good kid. I've seen Dexter play since his freshman year of high school, and I've watched Dexter kind of went from a good average high school quarterback at 15 years old, 14 years old to, a legit, starter at the college football level. And, of course, JC has not done anything in my eyes or obviously the coaching staff's eyes to lose his job. But, at the end of the day, I do think that Dexter is a little bit quitting on the team. But, I will forever back him as being a fantastic human being and a person and an athlete. I can't take that away from him. Coach Shelton even did say that as well, in a little press conference. But I just wish Dex would have finished the season, man. I hate it. I don't agree with it, but I wish nothing but the best for him. And keeping on track with the Eagles, man. Boy, we're in the driver's seat, dude. Holy cow, dude. I never expected, any of this. Of course, I expected us to win the conference as I always do.
I want you to know something. I bought the captain's hat, and you gave me a lot of crap for this.
I did.
But who's the
I
captain
did.
of the Sun Belt now?
I
Who's
did.
the
You're right. You're
captain?
right. You're right. If you're looking at the Sun Belt, JMU, they still got ODU and Marshall on their schedule. I would like to see JMU beat Old Dominion this week because it came down to a tiebreaker. We'd obviously have the head up on JMU, head-to-head victory. I'd like to see ODU go down, maybe lose one more to kind of help us out a little bit. But we got the easiest schedule left in the East. And even on if even compared to Louisiana, we've got Troy, Coastal, and App State left. Coastal being the best out of
Nothing's
both.
easy though. Nothing really is easy.
Nothing's easy, and I'm going to be in Statesboro on Saturday. Hopefully, get to see some guys. Um,
I wish I could
walk
be
over to
there. I
Probably
wish
walk
I could
over to
be
the
there.
Gata Talk guys.
Oh, yes.
Too. I
Yeah,
might.
dude, they've been great. Great follow. If y'all don't follow Talk or any of the Statesboro guys that are doing podcasts like this, you definitely need to check them out. I would say I'm the adopted into the Southern family at this point. They have given me
Hey,
just like a
we're your
different
team now. You're the only college football team would give you hope this year. So
dude. I listen. We're gonna who's got a who's got a plus? God, I don't even know what it is. I think it's like a plus 600 ticket or something on them to win the conference. Listen, I've the hospitality y'all showed. I wanted to get back to Statesboro for another game. One of my best friends, Nick, is turning. It's his birthday this weekend, so I
yeah,
can't really miss that. But
yeah. This was the game that we are looking for a little
I
bit.
also have been going all over. I've been on the go
Dude,
constantly.
I'm not
I would
ready for football to end, but.
I am. I'm
I'm
sorry. I'm so
ready,
ready.
dude. I'm just so ready to freaking chill out, man. We've been all over the damn place, dude.
Oh, by the way, the college football playoff rankings are getting announced right now, and I want to express to you Tulane has jumped to 25 and Army is at 24.
Oh, interesting.
And yeah,
Interesting.
this is live, coming to you live. That's what I was doing the whole
Where's
what
Boise?
not but sorry, I got a little excited. The South Carolina Gamecocks are at 21. We all know, listen, I
And
my dad went to high school in Columbia. I can rep a little bit of, I've been to South Carolina a couple times. If I can have one SEC team, it would be the Gamecocks. Now,
you
I
know,
haven't
you know what I
seen
got
Boise
Southern
yet.
at preseason to win the conference?
Plus 2000, plus 2,200.
2,500.
Oh, come on. Oh, come on, brother. I remember we were talking about it. Hey,
Yeah, for the real.
yeah, this is yeah,
Hey,
dude.
but like you said, we were talking about it before the season. I called, I called Louisiana would travel to Statesboro. Now I'm probably gonna get that wrong because Southern's probably gonna have to travel to Louisiana. Knock on wood. But I
What would
did
be
call.
the
I
chaos? What chaos would you need for to host?
We probably need Louisiana to lose two of the next three, which is not gonna happen.
To never say never, but let me just take a look at their.
Well, no, I
They
think
are
they probably
playing
have to lose every single game left. I don't know because
South
we got
Alabama,
we got two
Troy,
conference
and
losses.
Monroe. Um,
Well,
so,
they got some losable ball games on their schedule, dude.
South Alabama's no slouch, and I think Monroe could be a shocker. Always some rivalry weekend. Always
Yeah,
something happens at the
always
beginning there.
something. But
I want to
yeah,
also
dude,
say that
last
I'm rooting for the Southern. And back to the Dexter Williams thing, I didn't really get a comment in there. Hell
hmm,
of a competitor. I wish him nothing but the best in his
yeah.
next venture. Sorry, I'm trying to.
I just my fear is with that situation with him to go, somebody obviously promised him something. Money, probably a starting role. Which I don't get why you're promising a potential starting role right now for next season.
Mhm.
Um, I can't prove it. Don't know if it's true. This is just my thought. So what I think is not the truth here. So what I'm about to say, take it with a grain of salt because it's not true and I can't prove it. I've got no way of proving it. I smell and I think there's a little tampering involved.
Yeah, I mean Tampa.
But that's happening everywhere. It's not
If
just
he if he ends up in Tallahassee, do not get mad at me.
I think it's another Sun Belt school.
What
That's my personal opinion. I think it's another Sun Belt school.
second team out currently SMU at 14.
I think Boise.
Boise's at 13. Boise, this is ranking. This is
I
this is
know,
straight ranking.
I know, but I still disagree with putting them at 12 in the college football playoff. I think they should be higher.
They are 12, first round 12.
I don't. I,
Boise
Scott,
State.
I don't like that.
I don't understand SMU being the second team
I
out.
was Boise State, not ahead of Notre Dame.
Well,
I
Notre
mean,
Dame
I know
had I
why.
will
I know why it's not, but like anyway,
Georgia at 12. Georgia's the first team out. Georgia at 12. This is super confusing. I'm so sorry. I'm
is this not college? Is this college football playoff rankings?
Yes.
Okay, okay, so that's actually important. So dogs at 12, huh?
Dogs are technically technically 12, but Boise State is the 12th seed. But in the rankings, Boise State's 13th,
Mhm,
Georgia's 12, but they get that jump
mhm.
because Boise State would be the highest rated G5 team. While
Boise
Army,
State should be ranked higher than Georgia. Sorry.
what's it? Is that two? Georgia's got two losses now.
Yeah, Alabama and Ole Miss are their two
Ole
losses.
Miss is at 11.
Okay,
This is fun.
but anyway,
I'm sorry,
dude,
yeah,
that's all I got on Georgia Southern.
I will say this. I hope you have fun. I'll be repping you guys from Lakeland.
Driver's seat,
Uh,
man. It's ours to lose.
listen.
4
I'll drive to Louisiana. I'll
4
do it.
4 p.m. kick on Saturday. I feel sure we'll be on the phone with each other. I feel sure I'll get a FaceTime coming in from you at some point that afternoon.
Dude,
But yeah,
real
my
quick, I
winner.
gotta. The pod doesn't understand the two Snapchats I sent you watching the Marshall game and then watching just out of random because I was sulking the last comeback victory y'all had, where I was like, dude, what just
Against South
happened?
Al. Yeah,
Yeah, yeah.
2 weeks ago. Yeah, dude, that was crazy. But yeah, dude, my winner of the week. Um, I wanted to go something Georgia Southern route, but I didn't. I wanted to do Davin Gilmore. He had a big sack at the end of the game to kind of ice it against South Al. But my winner of the week goes out to Jalen Milrow. A great performance against LSU.
LSU.
Had like what 204 tugs on the ground. I love to see that out of a quarterback. I love seeing the quarterback use his legs, man. I'm a big fan, especially on like I know it's a video game, but I'm a big fan of just like having a good quarterback and getting them over that 1,000 yard marker on the ground.
Oh
Massive.
yeah.
To be,
Funny you
I did create myself in the video game, and I have won two Heisman's and two national championships with Georgia Southern, and I'm working on my third. So,
congratulations, my brother.
probably not,
Milrow,
probably not going to be a big record-breaking numbers, just in individual statistics, but overall, man, I scored over 50 touchdowns last season. So.
dude, I
You
gotta get
I,
dude.
I threw I threw for about 40, about I'll probably say 35 to 40, and I rushed probably about 10 to 15. So I was pretty proud of.
Um, I will tell you this: my winner of the week is Shane Gillis slash Tony Hinchcliffe. Why? Trump impressions are going to be at an all-time high now, and Tony Hinchcliffe can rest easy because of that joke. So I'm going to put them as winner
Tony
of the
Hinchcliffe
week.
is not going to jail, so
Yes.
yeah.
I do want to backtrack because it's a big deal what I'm watching right here. Miami's at 9. They are at 9, but they are the 4 seed ahead of Ole Miss, Bama, and Georgia. And Georgia
Well, because
is
they
at
still they still they still got they still can win the conference championship, so that does make sense.
but even at 9, you're putting them at 9. You're going to put them ahead of. I understand one loss versus two losses,
Are
but
they
Miami
ahead of
hasn't looked good.
BYU?
BYU is 6. So right now, it's
I'm cool with
your
that.
playoff rankings are Boise State, Ole Miss, Alabama, Miami, Notre Dame, Tennessee, BYU. BYU is the 3 seed.
Mhm.
This is live reporting, by the way. This is I. We should never record during the college football ranking show ever again because I'm like intrigued because Notre Dame would have to go to Tennessee in this scenario, and BYU is the 3 seed hosting. Miami's at 4 seed. Granted, I think SMU is going to be the
Mhm.
ACC champion because of just the storyline. Indiana would host Alabama as of that moment just now. They are 5. Indiana's
Speaking of
at 5.
Indiana, a guy that I just absolutely can't stand. He's with
Who?
the Brian Kellys and the Ryan Days. It is freaking Signetti at Indiana.
You don't like Signetti?
Can't stand him.
Why?
I
I
think
didn't
he's
know this.
I think he's a douche.
Okay.
I didn't
I
like
think
him
he's.
at JMU.
Of course, you're not going to like him at JMU. This is a yeah. Let me get to the loser of the week. Loser of the week. I'm switching it up. It's the Miami Hurricanes. You
Good one.
frauds.
Good
You
one.
frauds. You frauds. I've I knew that they were frauds. I don't care that you have Cam Ward. You are not back. It has been 20 years, and it's going to continue to be 20 years. You are sorry sacks of sons of bitches. I don't care if I won one game all year. You are nothing. You are the scum of the earth. And I am so glad that y'all lost and y'all I cannot fathom this enough. I needed a win. And last Saturday, watching Georgia Tech just take down your Heisman hopeful 1 year rental
Dude, it was
quarterback
great. It was
and
great.
watching, oh, just always and forever, baby. Always and forever.
Like
This is how I feel. You
even
frauds, you scum. And
in that, dude, I love college. That makes me love college football stuff like that, man. Like
this bracket is insane.
two field
This
goal two field goal posts being taken down on Saturday. Love it, dude. But my loser of the week, I'll keep it short and sweet. It's the Dallas Cowboys because they're cowboying.
the
They're cowboying,
Cowgirls.
dude. And that one specifically goes out to Dylan Rosado. So, Dylan, I know you'll probably be listening. Um, I love you, but screw you, buddy. Cowboys
Hey,
suck.
Josh, if you ever designing a stadium, would you put a big glass opening, right? Just hear me out, like a big glass thing where the sun is setting in afternoon and it just
No,
shines.
I would think, it would look good, but maybe, just maybe when my star wide receiver tells me more than two times now that I believe, probably more, that he can't see the football. I feel like that might make me question it, but I'm not senile like Jerry Jones is. So, but that's just me. Jerry's just worried about Jerry. He ain't worried about the damn Cowboys. And, I'm going to say something that might be controversial, but I don't care. Jerry Jones is more senile than our current president of the United States. So, anyway, with that being said, Cole, we've got our Mount Rushmore of. Wait, hold up, hold up. Sorry. Before the Mount Rushmore, I want to give a little gambling update. I forgot
Oh,
about.
yes, please do. If I want to, Josh, I want to apologize. I have not watched any of the college football playoff ranking stuff, so I probably shouldn't have put it on. This is
I
insanity.
for me, I genuinely don't care till the end of the season. It just all the rankings and stuff. Yeah, it's cool. It's fun to talk about sometimes, but I genuinely just don't care until after the conference championship.
I know, but this no, but this format is ridiculous.
It's
This
bullshit.
format's
It's bullshit. I don't
it's
like it.
insane.
I don't like it.
No,
It's just we're
I
we,
love
we're
12
go- we're
teams,
gonna go we're gonna go on forever if we talk about this though.
but I love 12 teams, but this is I'm just saying this is nuts.
Yeah.
This is nuts.
So anyway, the old chicken coop, did not have a good showing last week. He went 1-5. He is 21-22 on the season. 21 wins, 22 losses. Cole, you went 6-6. You've got 44 wins and 49 losses on the season. So if you look at the last couple weeks, the last month, you've been slowly getting back up. Pepe went 3-1. With the only loss I believe was Iowa on Friday night. Pepe is 24-20 on the season. Alec went 2-1, gave us some picks this week. He's 11-11 on the season. I went 2-2. I am leading the clubhouse. I am
You are
35,
you are cruising, my man. I love it.
35 and 26 on the season. So,
Dude, I forgot to repost that. I just did. Dude, hell of a job, my man.
but yeah, Mount Rushmore of the week is Mount Rushmore of beers. So these are our
Yes.
personal favorites, okay? So this is not most bought, whatever. This is what we like ruining our livers with.
Yes. Yes.
You want to go
Yes.
first? Or you want me to?
I would love to, if you don't mind, I'd love to go
Yeah,
first.
yeah, go for
So
it.
I took a different approach with this, and I just didn't. I've obviously I love a lot of beers, but I'm giving myself the beers and the settings that I've had them in has just made them better. So that's where I'm at with this, with my Mount Rushmore, just the setting of where I had these beers.
Before you
Uh,
start, I just thought of one. Could I do two honorable mentions? Is that
I
okay?
have two. I have two honorable
Okay,
mentions. Yeah, I
cool.
had
Okay.
to. So I'm gonna start with my honorable mention number one, Hooter Brown, Oyster City Hooter Brown. I don't know if you've ever had it. It is
Hold me. Is that the one with your buddy has got the
nope,
buddy?
nope, 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 nope. That's nope, no, no, nope. That's coming. That's coming.
Okay.
Hooter
All
Brown. I want you to look that up. Oyster City Hooter Brown. It's a good one, man. It is a good. I forget what the
right.
percentage
Is
is.
that a Florida local? Is
Oysters.
that
Yep,
okay? I've
it
heard of that
is
though, because there's a girl I went to high school with that went to FSU.
8.4%, and it
Is
is
that a Tallahassee like
yeah.
local thing?
It's Appalachian Cola, like Oyster City Brewing Company. But yeah, Hooter Brown, and it's dude, it is so good, and it'll get you so drunk. It's the funniest thing ever. My number two honorable mention: breakfast beer, Golden Road Mango Cart. I don't know if you've ever been on the
Oh,
golf
Mango Cart's
course.
so good, dude. Dude, how is that not making the list? Okay, I'm not gonna put it on my list, but Mango Cart right now is my honorable mention.
Now we're just all right.
Yeah.
This is the perfect setting. I don't know if you've ever been out on the golf course. it is socially acceptable to drink at 7 a.m. on the golf course, but if you don't want to drive straight into the liquor, a mango cart at 7, 8 in the morning in
Hmm.
a at a Tampa course or an Orlando course, it just hits the spot. The early dew on the ground, you're that first tee time. It's great. All right, I'm gonna do my number four, Blue Moon, but you have to have the orange wedge in it. I love a good
Love
Blue
it.
Moon.
Love
Love
it.
a
Love
good
it.
Blue
That's your
Moon. All
fourth?
right, that's four. Number three, it almost snuck up there. It almost snuck up into the top two, but it couldn't. Florida Avenue, my boy blue. It's a blueberry beer, and I love me
Interesting.
some blueberry beer. And if it's Florida Avenue, I also would have accepted Sea Dog's blueberry beer as well. But the Florida Avenue, my boy blue. If you ever get a chance to have some, dude, knock your socks off. Really good. Number two, shout out to my best friend and his uncle, Wiseacre Tiny Bomb, a classic. If you are in anywhere near Memphis or the Southeast, any Total Wine, get you some Wiseacre beer. The Tiny Bomb is out of this world good. It's a perfect, perfect beer, and nothing beats, just chilling by the pool,
I still
with
haven't
my
yet
best.
tried it. That's
It's
that's
very
one of
good.
the ones you've always really kind of hyped up.
Yeah,
Uh,
well, listen,
you
listen.
probably tried.
It's the families. It comes from a good family, and I'm completely biased because it's my best friend's uncle.
Hey, I
I've
love
never.
supporting small businesses, man.
So, yeah, dude. And if you're ever in the Memphis area, they have a brewery and they have like the outdoor, like it's kind of like that. You can go into it and you can get some
Yeah.
food and some drinks. So my number one, Coors Banquet out of Golden, Colorado.
Mm,
Oh
mm.
yeah. Oh dude, you
Specifically
get
the
me.
yellow jacket.
Yes, it is with that glass bottle. Oh,
Yeah, the yellow
nothing.
jackets are good, dude.
I went snowboarding in 2019 in Winter Park. All I had was my yellow jackets, dude. It was so good. It was such. Coors Banquet is also eastbound and down, uh, load it up and truck it. That's what it's all about, baby. Couldn't even get it, and that's what the whole
Ooh,
movie
that's
Smokey and the Bandit's
nicely
about. So
done. I love it, dude. I love it. It's a good list. A very specific list, which I like. I like the
I told you I was taking my
I
time on
like the
it.
specificity that you put on it.
Thank
If
you, brother. I appreciate it. I did it just for
did
you.
I say that right? That's
Specificity?
specific. I
I don't
think I
know.
said that so wrong, but we'll keep it rolling. First honorable mention, dude. I've got on my list, I've got two honorable mentions and then the 4-3-2-1, right? So I've got three of them on here that are pretty basic, but it's okay. First honorable mention, a good Miller Lite. I like a good Miller Lite, but that's not my go-to. But I like a good Miller Lite after I've indulged in a couple of ice cold beers prior. Does that make sense?
Dude, get me in a shower with a Miller Lite. I'm happy.
Second honorable mention goes out to the classic, smooth, tastes like water Michelob Ultra. Smooth. Number four, Terrapin Los Bravos.
I like Terrapin. Terrapin's a good
Good.
good
It.
company.
I wanted to put like Modelo on this list, but it didn't make it. But Los Bravos, the Mexican lagers, man, love
Oh
it.
yeah, a little cerveza.
Number three goes out to Blue Moon, but you got to have the orange slice. A good Blue Moon on draft with the orange slice, can't beat it. Had one this past weekend, I might add. Very good.
Can I guess your number one?
Let me get my two, and then you can guess the one.
Because I think I know what if is one. Oh God, I hope it. I don't think it's your
Let
number
me let
one
me say my two, and then you can guess the one. Yeah, I think you know my number one because we drank a couple of these when you were in Statesboro. My number one. Number two, the mountains are blue. Coors Light.
Oh
Coors,
yeah,
I love the banquet. Don't get me wrong, but something about the mountains turning blue and ice cold Coors Light, dude. I love Coors Light. I
me
don't know.
too.
I don't know why.
It's
Like,
my first beer. It's the first beer I ever had. First beer I ever had. First beer I ever tasted. It's
see,
Coors
for
Light.
me, for me, I started off with the old natural light when about 10 years ago when I was
Oh
14.
no no. So for me, it was. I was at an ACC championship game, and I was 12 years old, I think, and I
Yeah.
tried a Coors Light, dude.
Yeah, I don't condone underage drinking. Drink responsibly here. But when I was underage and not really using my head, I really love Natural Light and Miller Light. So,
Easy and cheap, baby.
but what's my number one?
It is Lennon Keigel's Summer Shandy.
My
I
head.
knew it,
What
dude.
do I
I
have in
knew
my
it.
hand right here?
It's a Lennon Keigel Summer Shandy.
Leinenkugel Summer
Lennon Keigel,
Candy.
Leinenkugel.
Leinenkugel. I say Leinenkugel.
I say Lennon Keigel.
Well, it's Wisconsin, so you never know how to actually pronounce it. But this is favorite beer right here. Free shout out, no free shout out, as the Bussin' Boys would say.
I would say if we're getting any type of like, I'm wearing my Bussin' with the Boys hat. If we're getting any kind of beer sponsorship for this podcast, it better be this bad boy right here.
Oh, you still got them.
Oh,
Fire
dude,
makers. The fire makers.
dude,
Dude,
I haven't.
the Calamity Jane by Firemaker almost made the list. That was hard for me not to put on the list.
You didn't know I still had these, dude. I haven't. Yeah, these are
I'm
collector's items
surprised
for
you hadn't
me.
even did because you bought a pack just to keep. Did you drink the
Yes, I
other
did. That was a lot of beers ago.
that you saved them for your bachelor trip, so they're definitely gone. They're definitely
Yeah.
gone.
Oh
Hey,
yeah,
that
dude. We
is
had a good time.
courtesy. That is courtesy of the Bucky's in Fort Valley, Georgia. So
Yes, it was.
gotta love that. But yeah, dude, hey man, good episode.
Great
We got a
episode, dude.
lot of big football games this Saturday, dude.
You guys versus Troy, us versus the bye week. Man,
Yeah, so only one's gonna come out on top, and I pray to God that Florida State loses the bye week this week. So
I hope we don't lose the bye week. I hope I want to. I say
if one
next
of them came out
episode.
on top, Florida State's got to lose the bye week.
Listen, yes, there's more on the line for the good old Georgia Southern Eagles. By the way, still haven't taken it off. So I mean, I'm repping. I'm repping. I will say this. I wanted next episode. I want to just give it some time. We're going to dive a little bit deeper into the Florida State situation. But like, subscribe.
But also,
Thank all of you
can I make a
guys.
statement before?
Oh, go ahead. Yeah. Before I do my whole spiel. Yeah, go ahead, Bubba.
Southern wins the conference championship plus a bowl game. So you've got two postseason wins that we've got to make. I will get a Georgia Southern tattoo.
I like it. I like it a lot.
Don't know
Oh
where
man.
it might be the gata on the ass. I don't know. But if we win the conference championship plus a bowl game, saying it right here on the internet, I will get a Georgia Southern tattoo.
Well, no, you said it to me, and I will hold you to it.
This is going
I
on this is going on the internet. So I'm not one of these guys. It's like, oh, I'm going to eat the dog shit. No, if we win the conference championship and a bowl game, they both have to happen, not one or the other. They both have to happen. I will get a Southern tattoo.
You're getting that Southern tattoo because we are going to make sure that it happens,
Man, I
brother.
hope so. Man, I hope so because with all these hypothetical winnings, dude, I'm going to have a lot of cash left over after that tattoo.
Yes, and I will tell you this too: there's a hypothetical chance you guys find yourself in a bowl game that's right in my
In
backyard.
Orlando, Florida, I saw one. The most recent one I did see was R&L Carrier Bowls in New Orleans, which I saw Jacksonville State, I saw WKU, and somebody put Jacksonville State in that bowl game against us and put us at 11-point underdogs.
It's got to be a mistake.
It's all right because if we don't play Jacksonville State, guess who our home opener is next year? Dude, if I wanted to, I'd blare these out right now. You know what I'm trying to do. Double birds right now. I'm not actually going to do it on camera, but double
Who's
bird.
your opener? I don't know your opener.
Home opener next year is Jacksonville State.
I'm getting my lick back against them for what they
Yeah.
did to me in 2021. Also, our home opener, he's going to be gone. Thank God. No Jalen Milroe. It's Alabama. It's the real.
Ooh,
It's. I don't care. If
ooh.
game one in Doak Campbell.
That's where you set the tone next year. That's where you set the tone. Everybody forgets about this season if you win that ball game next year. But anyway, hey,
No, that opener. Also, like, subscribe. Thank you guys for all that. Follow me and Josh on our personal We'll have gambling stuff out later this week, so make sure you check out our Twitter.
Yeah,
But yeah,
probably
hey
Thursday or Friday. We'll
Josh,
put stuff out.
we're having a great time. Hail Southern.
Dude, hail Southern, hail
Go
Southern,
Noles.
hail Southern, hail Southern, hail Southern, hail Southern. We're in the driver's seat, baby. Let's win this conference.
Captain's hat. We're the
All
captains now. Hey,
right.
see you, big dog.
Hey, go Eagles.
Hey, also our special. Come on.
Let's go.